welcome back. I want us to discuss on a topic on Pythagoras Theorem. Now, before I dive into this topic, I want us to understand the overview of the topic. So this Pythagoras Theorem is coming from triangle. Now let me tell you what this triangle is all about, so you can be able to understand it. If I go into this now, you may not be able to understand it. So now on the triangle part, so what is it? We have in triangle, we have the concept. We have the concept of the triangle, we have the types, get the point. Then we have the classification by sides and classification by angles. So what is triangle? Triangle is a polygon that has sides, that has what? Angles. So these are things it has. So I want to explain what it's all about. Now in that triangle now, we have three types of triangle. We have equilateral triangle, we have scalene triangle, we have isosceles triangle. There are three. Now let me show it by diagram. So follow me. Now in the triangle, we have, as I said, we have equilateral triangle, we have scalene triangle, we have isosceles triangle. Now for equilateral triangle, three sides are equal. Three sides are equal. These are types. Three sides are equal. Or three angles are equal. I see now. So let me spell it so you can understand. This is equilateral. So three sides are equal. You understand now? So 1, 2, 3, they are equal. This, they also what? Equal. Now we're done with this part. Let's talk about isosceles triangle. The isosceles triangle, only two sides are equal. Only two sides are equal, which means here and here are equal, or here and here are equal. Let me say it again. Here and here are equal, or here and here are what? Equal. Let me spell it for you to also know what it is. Even the spell is isosceles triangle. Are equal. So that's what we call isosceles triangle. Then in scalene means none of it are equal. None. Are you with me? None are equal. Which means, if let's assume this is scalene shape, which means none of them here are not equal here. Are you with me? Here are not equal here. Here are not equal here. They are not equal. Now in a figure, let me give you a figure so you understand what I mean. It's equilateral. Here now is 60. I'm talking about equilateral now. Here is also 60. Here is 60. Remember, the sum of the triangle is 180. Yes. So if you say 60 plus 60 is what? Is 180. That is what we call equilateral triangle. Now, if you're talking about the isosceles triangle, isosceles triangle is here now is 50, here is 50. Isosceles triangle now, here is 50, here is 50. That is 100, which means here will be 80. That's what we call isosceles triangle. So here is 50, here is 50, here is 80. Are you with me now? Now let's dive into the next one. That is scalene triangle. Scalene means what? Here is 40. Let's say here is 50. That is 90. And here is 90. I see now. So scalene means that here and here are not equal. Here and here are not equal. So here is 40, here is 50, here is 90. That's what we call it, scalene triangle. So I'm done with the types of triangle. Let's enter into what we call now triangle is classified in two ways. One, classified by sides, and also classified by angles. Let me say it again. It's classified by sides and also classified by angles. Now I will show you the size and angle, but I'll just brief you because I'm here to talk about the Pythagoras Theorem. So let me show you. So now, classified by size, we talk about Talk about equilateral, as I showed you now, scaling and isosceles triangle. Then by angles, talk about acute angle, reference angle. Are you with me? Right angle triangle. Are you with me now? So talk about acute angle, reference angle, right angle triangle. So the one I showed you, that one is sides. This one is angle. So but I'm not going to show you everything about the angle. I just want to go straight to the right angle triangle. And right angle triangle, what you will use to solve right angle triangle is Pythagoras Theorem. Pythagoras Theorem. So what is the law? The law says that the hypotenuse is this one. Hypotenuse. This one is what? This is the opposite. This is the opposite. Then this is 90 degree. Are you with me now? Because right angle triangle is 90 degree. Like the way you have reference angle that is less than 360, acute angle that is less than, I think, is 180. Yes. Then we have obtuse angle and all that. So now here is hypotenuse. The longest is hypotenuse. I mean that it have 3 here. It's supposed to have probably anything that is below 3 and 4. So if you have 2, you are wrong. If you have 1, you are wrong. It's supposed to be 5, 6, or 7, or even 10. It's supposed to be more bigger than this. That's why it's called the longest of it. Meaning that the sum of this by square, which means you have to square this and square this. I'll show what I mean. So the sum of this by square is equal to this one. Meaning that only this or this will not give you equal to this. So sum of this one and this one will equal this. So that's why we use in hypotenuse theory we use hypotenuse as what? C square. We also use hypotenuse C square, that is longest, this is longest. Then A square plus B square. Are you with me now? So now 3 cm is 3 square plus what? 4 cm. C square. Now the square, remember I told you, the sum of the two of this side, the adjacent, this is adjacent. Remember I told you this is the adjacent. So the sum of the opposite and adjacent will give you hypotenuse by square. I say by square, don't forget what I say, by square. So you square this, you square this. Once you are done squaring, okay, let's square it now. 3 square here is 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. So if you don't know it, go to your multiplication table, you will learn it more. So this is 9. Remember I saw the sum of the opposite and adjacent plus 16. So C square here. So 9 plus 16 is what? 25. So the rule says once you have square here, once you transfer a square to other sides, it becomes square root. Let me say it again. Once you transfer a square to other sides, it becomes what? Square root. So and square is 2. Square root is 1/2. Are you with me? So let me show what I mean. So now I transfer this thing here. I will transfer this thing to this side. Let's transfer it. So we have square. Then 25 here. Okay. So let's transfer it. 25. You guys see now. I see now. So once you transfer this thing, this square to here, to be square here, we transfer to be what? Square root. Are you with me? Now let's go. So square root of 25 is what? Is 5. So meaning that what? Meaning that here the longest part of here is 5. Here is 5. So here is 3. 5 here. So here is 5 here. So that is it. So thank you for watching.